Greetings, fellow bridge lovers, and welcome to this week's It's Your Call. I'm your host, Kai, and today I am joined by Jenny. Jenny is a director from our local area. I work on the Unit 498 board, and she helps us immensely with unit games. She's also a teacher. She's taught so many beginners coming into our unit. She also has a bridge club that she runs both online and in person. So she is extremely involved in the local bridge world where I am, and we are so thankful to have her. Welcome to It's Your Call, Jenny.
Thank you. I'm pleased to say hi and meet everybody.
Another wonderful thing about Jenny is she is a tournament director. If you ever come to a Bay Area regional or possibly a Bay Area sectional, she's probably going to be on that panel of directors. All right, so I wanted to ask you, how have you found is the best way to get people into the classroom? How are you introducing people to bridge and getting them excited about bridge and getting them to sign up for your classes?
Yeah, great question. So I think the most important thing is to just eliminate the barriers. One of the barriers is people think they need a partner to learn how to play. So the first most paramount thing is to let people know that they don't need a partner. You don't need to show up. We'll find you a partner and we'll all learn and grow together. Also, I assume that my beginning players don't know how to play bridge, or maybe the last time they played was 30 years ago in college, and this is the first time they're picking up.
Right.
So it's a lot of kind of reassuring them that we're all starting from the square one.
Right.
We're going to relearn if necessary, because a lot of things that they've learned from 30 years ago have changed, or maybe their memories of how things work have changed. But to make it fun, I like to get cards in people's hands. I don't usually focus too much on theory, too much to get started, just enough to get people to enjoy the game. Try and pair people up with people that are at a similar level so they don't feel intimidated.
Right.
And let them play. Let them make mistakes. We learn from mistakes. The other thing that I really think is important is to make sure we keep people in their comfort zone. Don't push them outside their comfort zone. No, don't yell at them or criticize them, and just let them work through it. Challenge them, but don't push them outside their comfort zone.
Have a lot of empathy and explain things in a very calm tone, and just create this good community between everyone.
That's right.
So yeah.
I mean, even showing up at the starting line, right?
Yeah, everyone's there.
An act of courage. So
yes.
They're ahead of the game when they get to the starting line.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. So thank you for those insights, Jenny. It is now time to get into our bidding problem. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right,
let's have it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Rock and roll.
All right, so this is your hand. You are playing imps. You are south, so you are vulnerable and the opponents are not. West is the dealer. So we are going to jump right in there, and it's very annoying in the beginning because it starts off with a 2 diamonds bid from West, and your partner gets in there with 2 spades.
Okay.
Exactly what we want to hear, right? So next it goes pass.
Okay, right. So great. So it's a little bit of an interesting problem. So first thing you always want to ask yourself is, what do we know about this hand? We know that our left-handed opponent has got a weak diamond hand, and we know partner bid 2 spades. We usually don't preempt to preempt, so we assume that that 2-spade bid is an opening hand.
Right.
So good news, partner has an opening in a hand. Bad news, we don't have any spades.
That's not good.
So we've got 10 points. Partner has an opening hand. We probably should be striving to find a game here.
Right.
And the first thing that we need to check with our partner is, if I bid now, is it forcing? Or is it something that my partner could pass?
Right.
I do want to make sure that we're on the same page with my partner. I do want to show hearts, but I want to also make sure we end up in game. I don't have a diamond stopper. Maybe it'll play nicely in no trump if partner has something good in diamond, but I can't contribute anything in diamonds. From my perspective, this is a heart hand. So if I'm assuming that my partner will take 3 hearts as forcing, I will bid 3 hearts. If my partner, I'm worrying about my partner not bidding over 3 hearts, I might have to just take a crack and bid 4 hearts and hope that's right.
Okay, so I think that at this point, partner would expect three hearts to be forcing. I think that generally in this position, new suits are very much going to be forward going, because over a preempt, we need to just get going on that.
Yeah,
And
yep. So
our
I like
hearts in the
three hearts
picture.
here, and I'm planning on getting ready to bid hearts again. If my partner bids three no trump, that's going to be interesting. So let's see what partner does after my three heart call.
All right. So after that, it goes pass, and your partner bids four clubs, and then East is going to pass. It
All
is your
right.
call again.
Yeah, I'm planning on bidding those hearts again. I think this is a seven card suit, and from my mind, this is the easiest game, or the most likely game is going to be four hearts.
So we're going to bid four hearts, completely disregard the fact that partner, we have a fit in clubs. Um, is that fit in clubs at all tempting to you?
Yeah, it is, but I got to think that the easier game is probably going to be in hearts.
Right. I completely agree with you. This is how the auction had gone so far. And the main thing that I'm thinking about in this position when I bid for hearts is, yes, we do have a club fit. Yes, we probably do have the values for game to be for us to be continuing on like this. It's my four hearts probably is the easier game, but one major thing is that our hearts are fairly solid. We have a very good heart suit. We're only missing the king and the 10, so if one of them happens to drop, the heart suit runs. Partner, they could have one heart. They could even possibly have two hearts here, so hearts could certainly be a good spot even then. But even if partner doesn't have any hearts, if they have a void in hearts, hearts could still be the right spot to be in, because our hearts are useless to partner in any other contract, because we only have one entry to our hand. And the entry being in trump, and normally the first thing you want to do is get the trump knocked out. I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to bid four hearts here, because even if we do have a club fit here, how are our hearts going to be useful in that club fit whatsoever? So that was what was going through my mind when I bid four hearts in this position.
Yeah, I would definitely, consider the fact that we've got a club fit, and there are cases where, five clubs will be right. But I've inclined to think that the four hearts is going to be an easier contract to make, and perhaps I'll hear back from my partner if they really can't stand hearts. So maybe I'll hear back four spades from my partner, in which case I'll correct back to five clubs.
Right. Okay. So after this, it goes pass, pass, and pass. You end up in four hearts. So partner's hand is king 10 6 of spades, void heart, doubleton diamond, ace queen 10 9 5th of clubs.
Uh-huh.
So this is partner's hand. It's not necessarily what we want to hear, but it isn't atrocious by any means.
Yeah, it's got some diamond losers, so that's the issue. Is you got these three diamond losers that you're gonna lose off the top.
Right.
Assuming they lead diamonds, which is kind of hard to fathom them not leading diamonds, but maybe they
Right.
don't.
So, this is the hand that we end up with. What do you think of partner's bidding?
I like the two spades.
Right.
Great bid there. And I like the four clubs over three hearts.
Right.
Great bid there. I think over four hearts, he needs to pull this back with spades.
Okay.
He needs to bid four spades.
So, with a suggested auction would be two diamonds, two spades, pass, three hearts, pass, four clubs, pass, four heart, pass, four spades.
I think we need to pull it back. With a 6-5 and a void, I think we need to pull it back to spade.
Okay. And do you think that this is showing, guaranteeing like a 6-5 distribution, or?
This would have to be a 6-5 distribution. Yes,
okay.
Absolutely. Or longer even. It could be 6-6 for all we know, but it's certainly at least a 6-5 hand.
Mm-hmm. And what would you bid over the four spades?
And then I'm back to five clubs.
Right.
Clubs is okay.
Clubs is okay. We're not going to continue to insist on the hearts.
We will not. We will not.
Okay. It just goes pass, pass, pass after this. I mean, you still have the same problem. The other bid that one could consider, although it might not be completely relevant, is if we have it, would be Leaping Michaels by North. So North, Leaping Michaels is a convention over week twos. If North were to bid four, oh, this is interesting here. So North could do like a Michaels Q bid. Is there any particular way that you play Leaping Michaels over the two diamonds one? Because it's easy if it's two hearts or two spades. You just bid four clubs saying that I have this one and the other major. But here there is no other major.
Right. We don't play Michaels as promising both majors. We play Michaels as promising spades.
Okay.
And one of the round six, clubs or hearts.
Okay.
So for Phil and I, my husband, when we played together, this is a system we could easily bid, and we could do a Q bid of three diamonds here.
Okay.
And show this as this kind of a hand.
Okay.
We don't typically play Leaping Michaels, so that is something that would be, it's certainly worth considering, that kind of a distribution.
Do you think that Michaels here is not a good idea because you're 6'5"?
No, I think Michaels is a great bid for the 6-5 type of hands.
Okay, so if we bid three diamonds, let's just go through this. If North were to bid the Michaels bid, three diamonds, pass, and South, what would you do here?
No, it would be three hearts.
Right.
Hoping that is, I think it's unlikely that his second suit is hearts. Honestly, right. It's not, but we don't want him to. We don't want to go to the spades route. I'll bid three hearts, fully expecting to hear four clubs back from my partner.
Mm-hmm. And then it would go four clubs. This is our other suit.
Correct. And I probably will still bid four hearts again because I don't know that my partner just has no tolerance for hearts yet.
Correct.
And he might, with a singleton heart in his hand, four hearts might be the right place to go.
Yes. And
then with 6-5, I would expect my partner to bid four spades next with avoiding hearts, and then we would get back to five clubs.
Okay.
Yes, but we'd end up in five clubs. It may not make. We still don't know if it's going to make. It still might be subject to losing, but it's probably a decent contract.
Yeah, so it's actually, if we take a look at the entire hand, I can get that up for you here. Okay, so this is the entire hand, and declare play on this one is kind of tough. The first thing to mention is that we unknowingly have wrong-sided the contract here because King of Diamonds, well, actually we might have. King of Diamonds, Diamond, they definitely get their diamond tricks off the top here, and there's no way preventing it. If we were playing in hearts on our side, then West would be the one on lead, and they would not be leading diamonds. They would be leading something else. So that
from
is...
Ace Queen of Diamonds. Yeah, that's funny. If I don't get a diamond lead, then four hearts may have a play.
It may. The problem is that in four hearts, Ace is the one with the King of Hearts, and then they're going to be able to switch to diamonds immediately.
Right.
So there's nothing there in four hearts, but I'd argue that it possibly is even worse in five clubs because we don't have the roughing ability. To do anything.
You could just kind of cross rough this. If they switch to a club at trick 2, you can cross rough as long as you can.
Mm-hmm. But eventually you're just going to run out of steam.
You are. You can't make this thing. You play it. We can do the heart and rough a heart and spade and rough a spade.
Mm-hmm. So if we just went like this, like eventually you're just going to run out of steam and you're going to be stuck with loads of losers.
You will. Pretty soon.
So here it is. And we're actually going to go... well, we're not going to go down 2. We're going to go down 2 in the end here because we have an end play.
We have an end play situation that can salvage it for down 2.
So if we play low, then East is end played. We play 8, and then either they have to play the ace and then another. So 5 clubs goes down 2. Instead, if we were in hearts, and we are the ones who bid hearts first, so I'm just going to put us into 4 hearts. Don't need to go through the auction again. Goes 4 hearts, pass, pass, pass. They're going to probably lead a spade or a club, and let's just say they lead a spade. Here we would probably cover with the king, ace, and we would trumpet, right? And then we would play ace of hearts, low heart, praying that they don't switch to diamonds, which
Right.
is a big ask, but then they switch to diamonds.
Right.
They cash a bunch of diamonds. And then you have,
Then you're okay afterwards.
after this, now you have
Now you can pull trump and
full trump, and then the clubs do split, so you end up being down
yeah.
one in four hearts. So even though you have the fit in clubs, you still have this problem with them. It's such a bad misfit
Yeah.
that you can't cross rough everything, even if you wanted to.
Right.
So
Right. It's an unpleasant hand
it certainly
for
is.
sure.
But that's the only type of hand that we have on It's Your Call. Only unpleasant hands that make you think real hard. That was certainly a hand. We've got voids in each other's suits.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, partner. I mean, I guess that's the ultimate partnership feud right there.
Right. It's like, well, guess you've got confidence in me, partner, if you're going to pass the 4 horse. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much. I mean, like, it's one of those moments where you're just like, I don't know if I want to dig a deeper hole, so.
Yeah, maybe just let sleeping dogs lie. We didn't get doubled in 4 hearts, so hey,
No,
maybe
there
there's
was no
something there.
doubling going on. I mean, to them, we could have a completely legitimate auction.
Right.
So
They don't know we've got this massive misfit going on. Well, maybe they do. Maybe they can sniff it out.
they possibly could, but with their 3/3 in hearts, it's not easy for them by
Right.
any means. But
Right. The guy with the spades does have the stack of spades sitting over the spade bit, I
right.
think.
All right.
Interesting. Good stuff, Kai.
Oh, thank you. I had to play that hand.
Uh-huh. What did
Our-
you end up in?
we were in the four hearts.
Okay.
Partner did pass me. The very first auction we had was the one that actually happened at the table, and
Happened.
we had the best possible solution. Thankfully, if partner would have just bid five clubs or four spades again, I just probably would have passed. I would have been like, okay, if you're
Yep.
insisting like that, you've got to have a really good suit. Um,
Right.
so, but yeah, that's definitely a common theme that I've been having lately is that it's a misfit, but you're the weaker hand and you have a good quality suit, and you have to realize that this good quality suit to you, since you're the weaker hand, you have limited entries.
Yep.
It's
That's true.
completely useless if you're playing in another suit. So you have to kind of like insist on this one. But that was the lesson I learned from this hand. Thank you so much, Jenny, for your time. Thank you for your insights. And that three diamonds bid, two diamonds, three diamonds, is very interesting how it's showing spades and one of the round suits as opposed to it being showing both majors.
Right, and that is by what we have to alert that bit for because it doesn't show both majors. We have to alert
Correct.
it because
So,
it's not the traditional Michaels bit.
so how do you show five hearts and one of the other suits?
So we would have the unusual two-note trump. I think would be the hearts in the other suit in that
Oh,
situation.
right. So two diamonds, your
But
two
over
note
two
trump, or is
diamonds, that
it three
wouldn't
note
that
trump?
wouldn't yeah, that one wouldn't be available to us. So no, three-note trump would be to play. I think.
Okay,
I
so
don't think so. If we had the unusual two-note trumps available to us, it would be our way of showing
right.
hearts in a minor.
So in this particular case, there is no way for you to show hearts and a minor, but you could show hearts and spades because it's spades in one of the other
We,
suits. So
we could.
you would just have to bid it out.
Correct.
Okay,
We'd have to put those suits out.
that's fine.
Whatever.
It's not that hard. You just bid the suits naturally. Wonderful.
Right.
Keeping things
Right.
simple.
Right.
But yeah, thank you again. And I wanted to ask our audience, hey, what would you do? Would you agree with partner and say, okay, we've got a club fit. This looks good. We're fine. Or would you continue to insist on the hearts? What do you do with the north hand over two diamonds? Do you bid two spades? Do you do some sort of Michaels? If you play Leaping Michaels, how do you play Leaping Michaels there? Because I'm lost. I shouldn't be lost, but I'm lost. But yeah, let us all know all of your thoughts in the comments. And while you're down there, don't forget to give us a little like and a subscribe so that you can be notified whenever we post and we can spread bridge to the masses. to
It's a
play on.
wonderful game, and it is a joy to have shared this journey with all those brave souls out there that are willing to play
Will
the
the
bridge game at the tables and see what happens.
buckle on up and sit down at the bridge table for a yeehaw of a ride, right?
You ante up and you see what happens.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. But I think that's everything on this one. Thank you again, Jenny. Have a great one. See y'all next week, and we are out. Peace.
Peace.